Hello, my name is Anna Volosina and I'm USA Artistic Swimmer National Team Coach. This lesson I developed to work one of the 13-15 figures, and today this figure is Venus. Before we start land practice, let's watch first the whole figure, analyze it, and after we will go to land. Let's go. So we can see that we start this figure very calm, and one slow movement is how we go from layout to pike position. After this, all movements we will perform rapidly until the end of this figure. After you do spin 360, you can go straight down or you can do 180 turn. It's up to you. Okay, so now it's time to go and watch land practice. Let's start. As you can see, here I use handstand. My feet are on a feet ball and I go to pike position. This exercise is very helpful to strengthen your core, your back muscles, your leg muscles and your shoulders. As you can see, second exercise, I go on my elbows. This is a little bit lighter option of this exercise, but also very helpful. Let's stop here for 1 second, and I want to explain you that if you will not reach a vertical position from your hips to your arms at the first day of practices, it's totally fine. Just keep going and you will reach good result very soon. For the next exercise, to work rapid movements from pike position to crane position, I use a yoga chair. It will be much comfortable for you to use one of these to have very good results in the water and to feel better your alignment. Let's watch. This exercise I start in pike position and I go slowly to crane. I bend my leg into bent knee and slowly I change my legs and I reach second crane position. I join slow and I hold vertical position. I recommend to start with slow and calm movements to feel your alignment, because the slower you will move your legs, the better you will feel your lines. Do this exercise between 5 to 2 repetitions to feel your cranes and bent knee well. The next exercise, you do already rapid movements, but you have pauses between them. And after this exercise, when you start to feel your lines much better, you can practice rapid movements like you will have in the water. And now we can move on to the next exercise. This exercise will help you a lot to feel your alignment when you will rapidly join from crane to vertical position, to not lose your verticality and do it very stable. As you can see, I have a band between my ankle and a yoga chair, so I have resistance to close my leg to vertical position, but I hold my vertical leg in stable vertical position. As you can see, the first example I did very slow to control the lines, and after I started to move my leg much faster. So I will recommend you to start with 10 slow movements and after do 10 fast movements. You need to feel that every time when you join, you want to touch the sky and to feel your line much longer. This will help you a lot to hold your vertical leg, to avoid movement with it. And now, when we are done with all legs movement, we can check our sculling technique on a land. For this, you need just to have a bend. And let's watch next exercise. In this exercise, I'm demonstrating how to do combination of support scull and torpedo scull, as transition is very important when we have join and spin at this figure. To have very stable vertical line, we need to work correctly with our arms. To have good height and good position, you need to feel that you first open your arms, and from this position you do press before you start spins. It will give you a lot of points for your height, and you will feel your alignments much better. You can add leg movement. You open your leg to crane position and you do press at the same time when you join. And now, when you feel yourself much confident on the land, we can move on to the water practice. The first exercise is just traveling in layout position forward. This scull will help to feel how you need to pull water before you start transition to pike. For the next exercise, I will recommend you to have a kickboard or something that is floating on the surface to avoid movement with legs down when you go to pike position. So this exercise is very helpful to feel that your feet are all time on the surface. Let's watch together. As you can see, we have dry heels, and when you go to pike position, you hold your kickboard all time on the surface. I would recommend you to do this exercise until you will reach your goal, is dry heels at this transition from layout to pike. This is just one slow movement in this figure, so if you will see your stability and that you're confident in this movement, I think it will give you some extra points from judges. Okay, so now let's move on to next exercise. For the next exercise, I will ask you to come closer to a wall, as all next movements we will do holding a wall and checking our alignment. As you can see, this exercise we start like on a yoga chair from pike position, and we do all movements slow and calm to feel our alignments better. To avoid this mistake, I will ask you to feel that you want to reach the sky every time when you do fast movements. And now, when you feel yourself very confident near a wall, let's go into the water and do all the same movements without a wall. Now you can see also how you need to hold your back straight when you go from pike position to crane. Now we do all movements fast, but with little pauses between to be able to feel alignment. And after this, you can do fast movement. For the next part of this figure, when we will have 360 rapid twists, we need to prepare our arms, our sculling technique, to be able to do it correctly. As you can see, the first movement, what you do, you open your left arm and you keep your right arm in front of you. Let's do a little pause, and now check that Megumi's left arm is behind her and right arm is in front of the stomach. Now we can watch 360 turn using this scull. Now, using this sculling technique, we can go from tabletop to bend knee position to have a little bit less weight in front of us and practice this scull. As you can see, she uses the same sculling technique. She opens her left arm and does 360 turn. Now we can go to crane position and do full twist. For the next part of this figure, we will come back to a wall to feel again our alignment. Start from crane position and do all movements slow to feel that you reach the sky and that you have perfectly vertical position. To avoid this mistake, again, what you need to feel is that you push your ribs inside, but your leg is going up as much as you can, and like this you will have much better line. After you checked all these movements near a wall, let's go back to the water and let's do rapid movement from crane to vertical position, changing our scull from support to torpedo. The first movements we do slow, from crane to vertical, calm and slow to feel better lines. And now you can start do this movement much faster. After you practice join from crane to vertical position, you can add 360 descending spin to finish this figure. After we checked all parts of this figure, now we can start to combine these parts. So let's watch first and second part. As you can see, we start very calm and confident. We go to perfectly 90-degree spike and we do rapidly movements to crane position. Hold crane and relax. Now we will combine second and third part of these figures to check next two movements together. We go from pike position to crane bent knee and again crane, and we do 360 twist. After this, we will combine third and fourth slap of this figure. We can start in crane position, we do 360 twist, we join, we do 360 descending spin and 180 under the water. After working all these parts, you are ready to do the whole figure. We go slow and calm into pike position. We check 90 degrees position and rapidly we do combination of cranes and bent knee. 360 turn with our special scull and 360 descending spin down. Let's watch